Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. I'm coming here today with a not focused on me reading. I want to focus on the thing that I feel like I'm supposed to channel for you right now. This is about healing from the past. I just finished working with a client who I was counseling for months about a situationship that she was in. She really cared about the person that she was in the situationship with. And before I came on here, I did say anonymously, do you mind if I share your story? Because I think that it may offer healing for those of us that are in the divine feminine, divine masculine collective. A lot of us are holding space for someone that never really valued us or paid attention or really gave into the connection. Myself, personally, I spent 20 years in a runner-chaser dynamic with someone who 100% knew for a fact they never had feelings, never cared, and had no intention of feeding into the connection. She wasted my time. The time that was wasted makes me want to be Maxine Waters. I want to reclaim my time. She wasted my GD time. I feel a way about it. But what I got was clarity in these last few months. And what I want to bring you is the clarity, which is not an easy story to tell from this client. She spent a lot of time. They've known each other for many years, since 2012, off and on connecting. He recently reached out to her to reconnect at the beginning of the year, chased her down, and about by April, she'd succumbed to the desire for the relationship, and she decided to be in it. And then at that point, he decided that the karmic that he had on the side was more important. And he didn't want to be stuck with the karmic, but then ended up getting the karmic pregnant. Now, I see a grander picture here because what happened was she called me a few minutes ago, and we were just speaking about him a few days ago. Okay, she called for counseling. We were just speaking about him a few days ago. She called and she let me know that he was caught in a crossfire and passed away. I want to help you guys understand something. Life is not promise. It happened just a few days ago. He was not being violent. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. This 28-year-old man lost his life. Now we see the grander picture of the karmic and the pregnancy. And what that means is that he had a legacy to leave and a purpose. It was his only child. It was his first child. She is still pregnant as we speak. What I want you to understand is he had a loving connection with this woman, not the karmic, the woman, my client that I counseled, and she invested so much time and energy into him, only to never have their union come into fruition in this lifetime. It is a sad story. It broke my heart. We cried together. I helped her to transmute the energy, but as soon as I hung up, I knew I had to get on here and talk to you. Stop investing time into people that do not want you. Here's the interesting thing. There's a TED Talk that I'm going to link below this. There is a woman who gave a TED Talk about waiting for someone to give her the kind of relationship that she felt she deserved. She waited for many years, and he said, one day, we'll see, maybe later. She finally woke up one day and she left him. And it was hard for her because she adored him. She was in a runner-chaser dynamic. Divine feminines and masculines. You can relate to what that is. So what happened is, after she left him within a year, she found someone who was lovely, and they are still married to this day. And it is her husband and her partner, after dating someone for 10 years who wouldn't really give her the proper time of day. Watch the video. I will link it below. Within about 2 years or so, I may be getting the time frame wrong, the man that she had chased forever passed away, which means that she may have never made it down the aisle as though she wanted to and manifested, and he may not have ever given her the time of day, but she was brave enough to know, I can't stay here waiting for you to love me, especially when it's clear that on some level you don't. Not the way I love you. Life is not promised. I'm not trying to scare you, but in the work I do, dealing with my clients every day, I hear stories like this every day. And it's what shook me awake and out of my deep sleep when I was involved with someone who was a con artist and was not interested at all in what I had to give, only what she could extract and what she could keep for herself. My angel spoke to me, and I didn't share it with anybody, but they said, how do you know that her life is promised? How do you know that your life is promised? While you're pining away, trying to get her to see the error of her ways or trying to save her from impending, soon coming calamity, she doesn't give a damn, because she is doing what makes her feel good right now. That means that whenever she crosses over, she will have lived a life that was fulfilled because she chased the things she wanted. She didn't waste time investing into you just because you cared about her. I'm not trying to be harsh here, guys, but find love that loves you. Life is not promised. I think we're seeing that every day, especially here in the pandemic. It breaks my heart to watch so many of us beautiful people in this collective giving away our energy to people that do not value it and that could not be here tomorrow, or we could not be here tomorrow. I don't want to live the rest of my life loving someone who is terrible and who doesn't care. I don't even want to spend time even detailing the levels of terrible she is. There's lots of videos. Check them out. She's the worst. But what I'm telling you here is that you might have somebody in your life who is the worst, or it's someone that you love who's also the worst. Both things can be true. They certainly were for me, but she was never going to love me. She was always going to love everything else. She had FOMO. She was worried about it. And the truth of the matter is, in the end of the situation, like I just walked through with my client, so much of his life was frittered away playing games. God bless him as he is on his journey and will become enlightened. But I listened to my client's sobs today. How did he not know that I was bringing him love, she said to me. I was trying to get him to walk in divine light. I wanted to save him from what I knew was misery. And I said, obviously, he had a mission to fulfill, and that was with this child coming into this earth, to leave a piece of himself here. We cannot know the mind of God, but we can know the heart of ourselves. We cannot know the heart of another man. Another man will look at you and say, I love you. Another woman will lie to you and say, you're my whatever. You're my wife. You're my person. Some people will lie because they get their needs met, but that doesn't mean that you are betrothed to them and that you owe them the rest of your life. Because let me tell you something, like this TED Talk below will tell you, and like I'm telling you right now, it is time to start to release and heal from the past. I do not want to spend another 6 months the way that I just spent the last 6 months processing something because someone cared about me so little. They didn't even want to offer me the truth. I want you to find your truth. I want you to release the toxic attachments. If this person is for you, they'll figure it out. That's not my situation. That may not be your situation. And for my client, it was not her situation. They will not meet in this lifetime. But does that not mean that she doesn't deserve to have love that is for her? She's learned a powerful lesson today. I'm grateful that she allowed me to share it with you, but I want you to find your own powerful lesson. If you've put a lot of time in something that is fruitless and cravenous and robbing you of your precious life source, it's time to rethink that and heal from the past. It's time to let it go. You've got to let it go, guys. That thing is an illusion, and that illusion will waste your time. It'll waste your life. And we are not promised that we're going to be here forever living infinitesimally. We have but a short time. I'm proud of the person that wouldn't even give me the time of day, because at the end of the day, she chased after what she wanted. While I wasted my time chasing after her, I will never waste another day for anyone. Find your true north about this. It hurts. But there are some times where lessons are here to help you elevate and realize the love you deserve. Breaks my heart to do these readings. It breaks my heart to do these channelings. It broke my heart. I broke my own heart to get out of a situation with no promise. She had a situation. This person that I counseled today, he had this backup plan, and we now see a greater divine purpose in that for him, specifically because of the child that will be born. That is always a blessing. But I will tell you, time was wasted and life was not promised. Get realistic about what you want to manifest. We're not wasting time on people that are not investing time and to us, divine counterparts. Amen.